RFK. This Mickey flick. This Mickey flick was one of the other things in.
Flick.
I can't.
I'm about to use that.
I can't. I'm trying to cut down on my.
I know, but I'm stealing that.
I'm trying to not get demonetized.
I'm learning from Ace. Ace
sadly,
actually,
this is the time we can curse. So like we're like 20 minutes in, 30 minutes in.
I know,
we can curse.
but I'm
not in the first 5 minutes.
Oh my God!
Like, sir,
I'm not gonna, sir. So Mark actually
Engineer.
talked about this, and I wanted to talk about this. So what did this Mickey flick do?
So I'm looking up the exact place he was, but he was swimming, and not just him swimming, but he invited his grandkids into a very dirty old pool of water, still water, and
Moving water.
No, yeah, it's even worse. And it was in Rock Creek, actually. Rock Creek. So Rock Creek Park, for those who don't know, is a very...
There's a song out there for it.
I guess. I don't know.
Actually, it is. It's actually Rock Creek Park.
I am dying
Doing
at
it
Mark's
in the park.
explanation.
No,
Yeah.
I'm literally reading the headline. It's a bacteria-filled dirty water. So basically, Rock Creek Park, for those who don't know, is a creek that goes through all the way through D.C. and much of Maryland and Montgomery County.
Potomac.
And there's a light park that's kind of like a mile on either end of the creek where there's a little bit of woods. And it's not like a park like you think is in a big square. It all travels along through the whole city on this long line along the creek. And as the creek goes, much of the city's potential sewage and stuff runs off into that creek. So it is not safe to go in. You don't want to let your dog go in there. You don't want to go in there and, it's the type of thing where, like, if you're crossing the creek and you get your foot wet or your shoe wet, you're going to wipe off when you get home,
Bro,
And,
when you don't believe in vaccines and autism and things like that, that's the type of things that you do.
Exactly. And he's bringing his kids in there. He's swimming in water that is contaminated potentially with
has
sewage.
needles. It literally has, like, you could see.
And he fully submerges himself, which is the crazy part.
Oh, Lord.
But again, this is the same dude who found a whale's carcass on a family vacation, decided to cut the head off of the whale and strap it to the top of his car and drive home because he wanted to keep the whale skull. He thought it would be cool. And he got whale juice coming down the side of the car with the windows. It's the same guy who killed a bear.
Tell me that's not a true story.
It's a true story.
It's a true story. It's a true story.
Look it up.
It's true.
Okay.
And then he ran over a bear, apparently, wanted to mount it or eat it or something, and then it got to started to decompose, so he left it in Central Park. And for decades, no one knew why this bear carcass was left in Central Park. Turns out it was him, and he owned it like last year or something. So
where's he from?
RFK was born in D.C.
Hey,
we're not proud of that, though.
Look at Ace's face.
I like JFK. I don't like RFK.
So Ace is trying to put this on us.
Look, it's...
and I will vehemently deny.
Yo, why are y'all making it sound like I don't like DC?
No, you don't.
I
will
love
vehemently
DC.
deny the Gemini that is associated to Gemini season right now. And I will vehemently deny this person. That's all.
There's a lot of things we can deny in the DMV. There's a lot.
I'm about to say, I deny a couple of Geminis.
I just
right
know
now.
this Mickey flick is a problem.
Okay.
And we just want to talk about it on the DMV, Absolute DMV podcast.
So my question is why? For what?
Why are we talking about it?
No, not for why are you talking about it. For why. There was never, as a DC born and bred person that has traveled through the DMV, there has never been a desire in me to jump in any body of water that is close in the metro area.
I think they're all...
I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I think, the Inner Harbor, the Chesapeake Bay, all these places have had massive cleanups.
No.
Rock Creek Park, Potomac River.
No.
Nope. None of them. None of them are good for swimming. All the major bodies of water are not good.
I feel a lot of people in this metropolitan area wouldn't do it because they know there's pools available. And
look, man,
is RFK so dumb he doesn't know what a pool is?
We have, for whatever reason, being in the Mid-Atlantic area, I don't know what it is, but we don't have the clearest of waters.
Never.
Like,
Never.
We just don't have the clearest of
Even
water.
Ocean City.
And
honey, you're like really being nice.
Mm-hmm.
That crap is dirty. It's not the clearest. It's dirty.
And that's what I'm trying to explain here. Once again, I'm a nerd, okay, guys?
Okay.
I'm a nerd, and I know things that I
I don't know
probably
if you're a
shouldn't
nerd.
know.
I'm more of a geek. I don't know if you're.
What do you think the pH level of Rock Creek Park is?
It's brown.
Could you be a nerd?
You have to.
Exactly.
It don't matter what
brown.
level the pH is. If the water's brown,
If
You're right.
it's
You're
brown before you take the pH, it does not
My fault.
matter.
Let me retract what I said. He is a nerd. He's not a geek.
I'm sorry.
I'm definitely not a geek.
Let me let Ace talk. I'm
But
sorry.
I was saying, our
Speed this shit up.
we have an issue in the Mid-Atlantic area that our waters are actually not as salty as other waters, and because of that, our sand is a lot lighter.
It's fresh water, actually. So.
Yeah, our sand is a lot lighter, which means when waves happen and weather happens, wind happens,
It's all applied to the actual.
it all moves. So the water easily makes the water move. Where you go down to certain areas like Myrtle Beach, maybe like I don't know if
Down
Myrtle Beach is
south.
like that anymore, but maybe like you
South
go down
Carolina,
there,
like near the coastline.
yeah, you just you down there. It's actually more salty water, and that water makes the sand stay down, and that's why their water is bluer than ours.
Definitely.
So some nerd shit that y'all didn't know about Maryland. So
Like
that's why I didn't say our water is dirty. It's just
lighter.
but Rock
we have
Creek
a
is
lighter
dirty,
salt
'cause we're
Our
not
water
drinking our
is
water.
dirty.
It's dirty.
I'm sorry. It's
If you put
dirty.
poop in the water, it's dirty.
If you're throwing
I said
stuff,
I'm speaking of our ocean.
The ocean.
I'm speaking of our ocean. I'm not
Okay.
speaking of our rivers, the Potomac.
Rivers
I
and
don't
lakes and all
think
that.
that swimming in Rock Creek or the Potomac River is a good idea.
I would not suggest it.
I went to school in Winchester, Virginia. So like it was like I was like in the South kind of
Suburbia.
suburban, no country.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
country right
so
there.
I was down there, and at the time I was dating a very country Caucasian girl, and driving through her area, you would see signs that said "No jumping off bridge," and in my lifetime living in Maryland, that was never a thing. I've never seen that sign ever. And she told me like, yeah, they put those up because we
people
jump
jumping
off
in the river.
bridges into the river and swim. And I thought that was asinine. But in that area, that's what they do. So, you know what I'm saying? So I think RFK just might be from the time period that people jumped in the river
They had
and
no
swam.
signs. They had no signs.
And he just didn't know that he shouldn't swim in Rock Creek Park.
I don't
But
think.
like I said,
Look.
when you're a gentleman who doesn't believe in vaccines and autism, then you tend to do things that regular people don't do.
He's a health secretary who says you shouldn't listen to him for health advice.
I mean, 'cause he's not a doctor.
Water and get brain worms.
Yeah, he's not a doctor, so
Yeah.
I